of Q&A with me. All the questions you guys have been asking me on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Nina Muscleworks. So I'm going to be doing these more regularly. So get onto it. I love it. So much fun. So we'll keep going with where we left off. Next question, I think worth answering, well they all are, but one of my favorites, is from Chantel D'Souza. And she has asked, what do you think about intermittent fasting? Now, for those of you who don't know, intermittent fasting is when you fast for a period of the day where you don't really eat anything. When you fast, you don't eat anything. And then you have a certain window of a certain time frame where you can just eat what you want. Look, I'm not an expert on intermittent fasting. I've done a bit of reading on it, but I mean, I personally am not a fan of it, especially for women. Reason being, and don't get me wrong, intermittent fasting has its place and benefits for certain people. I won't go into it too much. And certain friends of mine, guys I've known, have tried it as well, and it's had some great results with it. There's been some great studies on it with people getting great results for muscle gains and things like that and staying lean. But I personally don't find, I'm not a huge fan of it, and something I would never do, because when you do something like intermittent fasting, your body isn't getting any food for a certain period of time. It's something that would, in my opinion, only be effective when your hormones are already like in perfect form. You know, you've got nothing you can really stuff up or make worse or anything like that. So for women, our hormones are a lot more sensitive in general. So I wouldn't recommend intermittent fasting for women, in my opinion. But I'm not a doctor, so you know, it could be, there's always that one person that it would work for. You know, there's always that certain someone. But yeah, I'm personally not a fan of it, and I wouldn't try it. But it does have its place, and I've seen people get results with it, but mainly men, not women's. So if you can prove me wrong, let me know. Next question. Let's have a look. This is a good one. This is from Kat Megan. And she says, do you avoid any specific foods that can trigger your hormonal issues? Like have you found reducing or cutting out some foods help balance your hormones? Yeah, I've played around with a few things over the past couple of years since I found out I had hormone problems. The first thing I did was just went totally paleo. I was completely paleo, you know, no dairy, no things, and it drove me nuts. I was like craving dairy and craving like starchy carbs, and I just wasn't for me. It was great. I did for about 3 months, but I found over time I haven't really cut out any food groups, to be honest. I have everything in moderation, because I figure in my opinion, if you start cutting out food groups when you don't have an allergy to them, then you will develop intolerances. So the one thing I do try to really limit though is anything glutens, anything that contains gluten. So the only thing I really eat with gluten in it is maybe oats. I try to have gluten-free pastas and stuff like that, and gluten-free wraps and breads if I'm going to have them. But in saying that, I do have it every once in a while, and it's not going to kill me. That's something I do try to limit, but I don't cut it out completely, because again, I don't want to build an intolerance. A lot of people cut out dairy. I love cottage cheese. I don't know about you, but I could eat that for days. So no way am I cutting that out. But again, you know, in moderation, and you know, I get calcium from that. It's great for you. It's a great source of protein. And it doesn't affect things like my digestion and stuff like that. So I feel like you need to really listen to your body. And if you have certain hormone problems, it's not so much cutting out certain foods. You really need to find the root of what's causing that problem and fix it from there. So if it is a food group causing that problem, then for sure you want to minimize it or cut it out. But generally it'd be something else causing it. I hope that helps. Next question. This is interesting. Nikki Torley. Okay, this is one for the girls, I think. How did you not get stretch marks? How do you stay the right weight and looking amazing without feeling tired, or once your body is used to your diet and not able to sleep. So I think, she did elaborate on this, and basically she can't sleep at night. She says, so I've done the bikini and fitness comps. I found with the first diet, I was fine with the diet at first. I found with the food changes and workout I became tired a lot. My body wasn't used to it, although after 2 months of doing this, my body wasn't as tired, but I couldn't sleep for about 2 to 3 hours after laying down and trying to sleep at night. Right, okay. So, well, firstly, I actually do have stretch marks. I have heaps all over my butt and my legs. They're not like real dark ones or anything, they're real faint, but I've got them. I just lost 15 kilos, hello. I have stretch marks. I am like any other woman, trust me. Yeah, if you find out how to get rid of that, please let me know, because I have them too, definitely. How do you say the right weight, looking amazing without feeling tired? Well, a newsflash, I was feeling tired, and I don't maintain a really lean weight all the time, you know. It's just basically, I think after my show, I've just been reverse dieting, which is adding calories very slowly. So when you do that initially, you will stay really lean because you're still in the calorie deficit. So once you get to a certain point where you've increased your calories up, your metabolism kind of evens out a little bit, and you maintain your weight rather than continuing to stay really lean. So you do put a few kilos on for sure. I just try to increase my food real slowly and monitor myself weekly. And right now my goals are, depends on your goals, so I'm trying to put some muscle on, so I'm going to still get my food up a little bit more, but try to maintain that leanness, so I look in shape, you know, so I don't just go, let's eat all the food and get all the gains and get body fat. You just try to find a good balance, yeah, a healthy balance. But if you're doing fitness comp, like you said, you can't sleep at night, you can't switch off. Sounds like adrenal fatigue to me. I'm not a doctor or anything, but I would recommend you definitely go get some tests done, because adrenal fatigue, a symptom is tired and wired, where you're super tired at night and all you're going to do is go to sleep, but you're wired and wide awake and you can't. And if you're doing heaps of cardio, and it's not about your body getting used to it, you know, nobody's body is made to do hours of cardio a day and training and be dieting. So some people's bodies handle it better than others. Mine personally didn't handle that either. So I recommend you need to get some tests done and make sure you're all right. And you're not meant to be working out like crazy like that all year round. You know, you might have to amp it up a little bit for a show, but you shouldn't be doing it all year round. So please make sure you go get checked, get some tests done, and look after yourself, please, and reduce your training a little bit. Okay? Cool. Which one is next? Okay, we've got one from Casey Farrell. She says, I'm struggling with shaping and toning my legs. What routine and exercises do you suggest? I've asked her on my page, how long have you been training legs for, how often, and what kind of training have you been doing? Just to elaborate a little bit. And she said, I've been training for about 3 to 4 months. She said, but I struggle with toning my inner thigh muscles. So I train legs twice a week, squats, sumos, lunges, leg pressed. Just started jump lunges, so a bit of plyos, donkey kicks. Any advice would be great. Babe, 3 to 4 months is nothing. You just started. So you just need to keep going and be patient. If you're trying to tone your legs, essentially you're just trying to build some muscle there. The more dense muscle you have there, the harder they're going to be. So I would probably keep the pliers out of it, start lifting heavier, like lower rep ranges, and maybe that might help a little bit as well. But you got to keep training for a while. If you just started 3 to 4 months, that's nothing. That's like the tip of the iceberg. That's where you're just going to start seeing a few changes. So just keep going. Inner thighs, look, you can't spot reduce. Yeah, I'm thinking you're just guessing you have a little bit of holding extra body fat in your inner thighs. That's just about losing body fat all over. So you might have to add a little bit of extra cardio just to reduce body fat all over for that area. But in general, just focus on lifting a little bit heavier on your legs and squats and things like that. It's great that you do all those exercises. That will build your muscle up and that will help your legs get that tone, definition, shape a little bit more. So just keep going and powering on, okay? Awesome. Okie dokie, I love all these. There's so many, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to be a little bit more selective, I think. Let's have a look. Okay, here's a really good one. Jamie Riemann. Hey Jamie, so how do you keep your mindset knowing your worth, the hard work, and not caring what others think or say about you? Okay. It's tough sometimes. I know I'm worth, you know, I'm thinking what you're saying is like, how do you keep your mindset positive knowing you're worth, you know, training hard and that kind of thing. That applies to like everybody. I just stop what other people, you gotta be selfish sometimes. You gotta be like, I'm doing this for me. I'm training for myself. I'm going to the gym for me or exercising for me. I'm eating well for me because I want to feel good. And if other people are talking crap about you because you're doing that or just in general, they're not worth knowing. You know, I know I wouldn't want those people in my life. And, you know, there's always going to be that one person that's going to have a negative thing to say, but you're the one doing that for you. And I feel like, you know, everything I'm doing is for me and for making myself feel good as well. It's the people around me. I want to be healthy and fit and strong. And I choose to share this with everybody as well. So if someone has their opinion, that's fine, but I don't care. You just have to realize, you know, if someone's got something negative to say, I just take a look at what they're doing. What are you doing? Are you doing what I'm doing? Probably not. So don't worry about it. You just focus on your goals and that is it. You don't have to worry about what anyone else has to say. It takes time to get that mindset, but at the end of the day, you got to do what's right for you. So if they got something nice to say, stop them. Move on. From Janelle's Blonde, I hope I've said that right. She said, what is your food diet? I want my body like yours so bad, but what diet are you on? What foods do you eat? Well, Janelle, newsflash. Well, thank you. If you want a body like mine, that's wicked. Thank you so much, flattering. There's no, if you notice, if you've been following me for a while, you might notice I don't actually give out like what I eat in terms of quantities and everything like that. Because what works for me, I could give you my exact nutrition plan and you could follow it and you're not going to get the same results I am because it's tailored to me. So you need to, you know, if you're struggling with what to eat, maybe you need to get a coach or someone to help you with nutrition that's going to be personalized for you. I eat everything in moderation. I love all my whole foods, my veggies. I eat carbs, I eat fruit, I eat ice cream, I eat chocolate, I eat, you know, everything in moderation. So I just follow the whole flexible dieting principle. So just look up flexible dieting if it fits your macros and just start from there. Because, you know, and I pick the foods that make me feel good, that make my digestion feel good, that give me energy. And you learn to pick and choose the foods that work right for your body. So I know that's probably not the answer you're looking for, but you need to find out what works for you, okay? And it goes for everyone else. Okay, last couple of questions. You guys are amazing. This is a quick and easy one. Bree Mullins, how tall are you? I'm 165 centimeters, okay? Not too short and I'm not too tall. I'm just right. Okay, so this is my last question. Let's do this one. So, Simone Larkin has asked, what are your go-to foods to fill your macros? Okay, so your go-to carbs, your go-to protein, go-to fats, go-to treats. This might help answer the previous question a little bit more. So, I love veggies. Like, I actually really love my veggies. So for dinner every night and lunch every day, I have veggies. My favorite veggies are zucchini, red capsicum. Yeah, I eat that till the cows come home. Love it, love it, love it. My favorite protein at the moment is, all the foreigners are gonna laugh at me, kangaroo burger patties. Yes, in Australia, you can buy kangaroo in the supermarket and the burger patties are freaking amazing. They are so good. So if you ever visit Australia, go to Woolworths and get some kangaroo burger patties. They are amazing. I I have low iron, so I try to get some red meat in, and kangaroo is a really lean red meat, and it's amaze balls. I love lean turkey mince. Love it. But any protein, love yogurt. I'll use my protein powder, my PhD Farmer Pure, which is amazing. I use that. Cottage cheese is a favorite. Yeah, I'm love every protein pretty much. They're my main go-tos. Eggs too. Yeah, can't forget eggs. Go-to carbs. I actually am really boring. I really love oats. I just love oats. Oats. I love pumpkin, baked pumpkin, especially you can eat like half a kilo of pumpkin. It will fill you up and give you the same amount of carbs as like a handful of sweet potato. Yeah. Love sweet potato too. But mainly at the moment, I change it up because I get bored, but mainly oats, pumpkin, frozen berries and sour cherries have just come out in the supermarket. Oh, so good. And frozen bananas, amazing. I love quinoa as well. So my favorite carbs. Fats would be nut butters, any nut butters, peanut butter, almond butter, any of those wicked flavored ones. I actually am naughty with my fats, and I get like organic, like gluten-free, dairy-free ice cream. It's made from coconut milk. Oh, I use that as fats. That is amazing. Not all the time, but some days. And I love avocado and coconut oil. I love them. Go-to treats, like I said, that ice cream, amaze balls. Any like dark chocolate, I love. But I actually love making just my protein smoothies with frozen heaps of berries and stuff like that. It's my favorite. Yummy. But if I'm going out for a treat, it has to be frozen yogurt. The frozen yogurt where you put toppings on. Yes, that one's after a workout though. Cool. I think I have time for one more question for you all. There's been a few will you marry me's in this one. I'm sorry, but I'm taken, guys. I have been for ages. Sorry to burst your bubble. Okay, one last question, which I really like, is from Audra Homer. And she says, hey Nina, since making a decision not to compete for a while, what other goals have you set, if you have, to keep yourself motivated and on track? Awesome. So yeah, I'm not competing, so my focus isn't to like shred and get lean and all that. My new focus is strength training. I want to lift some heavy ass weights and I want to get strong. So that's my new training goal, is to just get stronger and lift heavier, and that's what I'm focusing on at the moment. I also want to focus on building my flexibility back up, so I'm trying to incorporate some yoga, and I've actually started doing some pole dancing. It's pretty interesting. But it's fun, so strength in that, flexibility. So they're my new training and fitness goals. And I'm trying to build a little bit more muscle. I actually want to put on maybe 5 kilos of muscle. So they're my new goals. I'm going to focus on those. Thank you everyone for writing in on the Q&A. We're definitely going to do more of these. I love them so much. I hope I've given you some good info and good answers. So yeah, keep me posted. I love hearing all of your questions, and we're going to do another one. But until next time, we'll see you soon.